Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Semi Composer, and today we're doing the RM50 x McLaren collaboration. And this is actually kind of good because Lando Norris just won the F1 World Championship. He's done phenomenally well throughout the F1 season if you watch Formula One. But yeah, man, I'm not going to do too much talking. Let's just get straight into the video. There's no whiteboard session today. So we're just going to get straight into my logic session. If you don't follow me on all social media platforms, it's Semi Composer on everything. Like I said in previous videos, I'm doing a new movie called At This Moment It's Us. I'm going to link that in the description below, and everything will be in the link in the description. So let's go. Right guys, we are in the Logic Pro session. Normally I use around 17 tracks, which is what we've got today, which is actually kind of a miracle because I was doubling things, I was expanding things, and of course we've got our sound effects here as well, which also contribute to our stereo image as well. Yeah, we're using short notes this time, which is actually kind of crazy because normally I just play long legato notes. I just hold chords. That's what it is. But I'm going to show you why I'm using spiccato and short notes as well in this video. One of the main things that I like to do, that I've said time and time again, I like to have a foundation in our tracks. I like to display a bedding. That's all it really is. So I have a bit of a foundation to work with and show people the excitement and the anticipation behind what I'm doing. So I'm going to show you the first 9 bars of what I'm doing, or 8 bars rather, and then we'll just get heading off. So really and truly, this is just building up the excitement for the brand. Of course, McLaren and Richard Mille, they're not really cheap products. If you wanted to go and buy one, it costs quite a bit. So we need to show that excitement through the music, I guess. And one of the main ways I showed the excitement and the anticipation is the sub basses. There's a lot of, the primary color of what's being shown is black. So we need to show that through the minor key that we're using, which is C minor, which I'll get to later. So here is the sub basses. Show that grit, show that power. And next we have this tension pad. If you've watched the Monaco Grand Prix, you'll see that they go through a tunnel, and normally what you hear through the tunnel is like that echoey, that reverbed sound of one of the cars passing through the tunnel. So I wanted to, emulate that through this sound that we have here, which is a tension pad. Again, like I said, it's for free. You can copy it on Modern Media Composers' website, which is really top. And here it is. So that really just shows that, oh, we're going through a tunnel. So I wanted to make that musically, and we have this tunnel effects as well here, which shows a bit of that data side. If you've watched a movie, the one that has Brad Pitt and Damson Idris in it, you'd know that Mr. Zimmer has this like up, that bass up, and it just shows that we're moving. This is a pretty quick thing, and it just provides a bit of movement. Arpeggiated stuff shows that we have a bit of movement. So here's our bass up that we have it again to show that anticipation, to show that we're moving. And it goes up in dynamics. So really and truly, we've just built our foundation. People know where this is gonna go, which is great, but we want to be unpredictable in some senses. So, like I said before, we're in the key of C minor. The relative major for C minor is E flat, but we're in the key of C minor, which is the same thing, but we just start from our 6. So we're using, the progression is 6, 1, 4, 2. That's the music theory behind it. I won't bother you with music theory again. And that's being played on our pads, which is here. So I'll play that for you. Sounds very ominous. Sounds very powerful. So now that I've done that, of course, I watch quite a bit of Formula One, and I know that Formula One is actually is a data-driven sport. You know how to outperform your competitors, how to outperform your last race. They use maths and a lot of data to really analyze what they want their racers to do, what they want their drivers to do. So it's like, how can we display maths musically? How can we show maths musically? And I use these ARPs to show that scientific side, to show that mathematical side. So here it is. There you go. And here's the second ARP as well that comes in with it. Show that this one's really data. Like, one of the things about Formula One is that it's actually it's a rich man's sport. Rolex sponsors it. Qatar Airways, they sponsor it. So we need to show not just the richness, but the elegance of the car, the class of the car. And when you're in high profile events, more time you'll see a string quartet, playing, whether that's in a casino or a hotel. Normally they'd get some string players to play some beautiful music. So I've got these strings playing in the background. You can't really hear it, but it really just adds into the stereo image, and it adds to the project that we're doing as well. It shows that we've really thought about it. So here it is. Normally I wouldn't program strings this way, but because it's for a commercial and you won't really hear it, I just played the chords in. Normally I'd actually divide the strings up between basses, cellos, violas, first violins, second violins. I'd normally divide it like that, but for a commercial I'm just going to use the ensembles because it's not like anyone's going to hear anyway, and of course to save some space as well on your drive. So really just playing the chords, just playing the chords. And it shows the beauty of the car and the watch, because this is a different type of class. Not everyone, you can have your G-Shock. There's nothing wrong with G-Shocks. I like G-Shocks, but Richard Mille is a class within its own. So we just show that through the music. And one thing that I learned from this famous composer called John Powell is ostinatos. If you've heard Test Drive by, of course, John Powell, you'd know that he uses ostinatos with his strings differently than other composers do. He mixes very complex, very John Williams-esque. And I was like, I'm going to take those techniques because it shows movement, and this is what we're trying to show. Movement. You can even see by the dials and the open works of the watches, or the watch, and just the car itself. This is a very quick car. So how can we show this through the music? Instead of me playing this, lovely. Instead of me playing the progression like this, I'm going to increase the volume for you, right? Instead of me playing it like that, right? Let's make it more complex. This is a very complex watch. This is a very complex car. It's moving. It's fast. So how can we do that? So I play this sequence in, and if you listen to the stems of How to Train Your Dragon, you'd understand that this is a very quick string line that the violinists or the string players play. So here's. I bring the volume down a bit with the velocity. So those are first violins, second violins, violas playing those lines, and I take it down an octave so the cellos and basses can play the same lines. Again, Formula One is not just for classy people. Again, for the people that are in those seats, it's very, very aggressive. It's very, very competitive. So we gotta show that grunginess through the music as well. So here it is. Power. I'll increase the volume for you so you can hear that one more time. Oh my! I just like the lines. I just like the lines. Beautiful, beautiful, and I just like it like that. It shows that power. It shows that competitiveness. It shows that drive within the strings. If you've watched Oppenheimer, Ludwig Göransson says that you can have something so beautiful with the strings and like that, it can show something very horrific, very competitive, something grungy. And that's one of the things about the violin. It's very multifaceted. You can do anything with the violin, with especially with the vibrato. You can do a lot of things with a stringed instrument, and you can pluck it as well. You can do all sorts with the violin. That's why I like the violin. Let's go back to our synthesizers, and again, the tension pad is pretty much playing that idea that I have of a tunnel. So it's just playing the root note. That's pretty much it. Playing the root note of the progression. It just supports our progression on a higher spectrum, or a higher frequency. If you've watched the movie, again, the movie is a really, really good reference because it's all about Formula One. It's very, very distinctive. People have watched the movie and people will understand, okay, this guy's done his research, which I want you to have in your own tracks. So here it is. Very powerful, very punk-like. And speaking of punk-like, punk rock, I add this kick and snare, which is for free. You can get it. Evolution, Devastator, Warzone. You can get it for free on their website. It's actually pretty good, and it's a free contact instrument. So if you've got contact, this is an instrument that you should cop. Ideas are not limited by budget. It's about what's in our head. Just because it's free doesn't mean it's useless. There's some phenomenal free plugins within Logic, within other websites, on YouTube. You just gotta find them. So I just add this kick and snare in. Let's put that punk. Here's the snare. It's coming now. Shows that daring nature. As a Formula One driver, as a driver having this car, you've got to be very daring. To have this watch, you've got to be very daring. So that's what that punk element feels like, and that's pretty much the track. Again, I've done nothing special. I've just listened to pre-existing things and put my own spin on it, put my own, my own way of it. I play a lot of 4-part harmony. If I can show you, actually, you can see the keyboard on the left hand side here. You can see the notes I'm playing. So it makes the chords fatter, bigger. They're big chords, octaves. No pun intended. Playing octaves with my left hand and playing octaves with my right hand, it definitely feels that stereo image. It definitely plays it. Because if I were to play in like 3-part harmony with like just me playing one note in the bass, it won't give that grunginess that we're trying to achieve within the music. So that's what we have there. So now with our sound effects, they play a massive role. Again, I've said this time and time again with our transitions. They really help because we're trying to hit the metronome, we're trying to hit the timing. So we don't want to go out of time just to hit a frame or just to show something. We'd rather just use transitions, whooshes, sonic elements that are not necessarily being timed by a metronome. So here, you can see on our top right our picture. In fact, I'll increase the picture for you. It's a pretty short advert actually. So here it is. Look. Each frame that's been passed. Right. This is pretty cool. This plugin, Hans Zimmer, HG Zebra, Automatic Q Plus. I need to pay for this because this is a phenomenal plugin. Mr. Zimmer used it on The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. If you do not know, now you know. And it really helps with that glitch sequence that they did there. You know, though it's not an electric car, I just wanted to show that this is lightning. This is really quick. That glitch sequence. I'll play that again for you. Show that when the lights flicker on as well. New frame. I love this slow-mo. I love this dark, deep slow-mo. Shows power. More whooshes. Again, we can see with another glitch sequence, we were able to replicate that too. Shows that, damn, now you see it. Your brain and your eyes work at 2 different paces. So you're like, damn, what's that car? Was that a car? Was that something else? Was that the Flash or something? I don't know. There you go. Another one. Another glitch sequence. That was really cool. I don't normally toot my own horn, but I normally give myself a good pat on the back when these videos are done because I put so much effort into it, and it just really helps with the portfolio building as well. Ooh. Another transition. It's lifted on. It's being put on the ground. You can hear that. New frame. New frame. In fact, I'm actually gonna break the rule. Normally, I don't add changes into our YouTube videos, but we can see that there was a little glitch there. So I'm just gonna put a little transition there as well. Why not? There we go. And I'm gonna put our electric glitch here as well. Why not? Because again, that's also a glitch part too. There we go. I think I might bring this down in volume actually, so you can. It's just being brought down a little bit, so we're not being deafened by it. There you go. And the last glitch. In fact, I'm just gonna take this out actually. You're seeing the flaws. You're seeing, because normally ideas just come from my brain, and it's all glory to Jesus Christ, man. Because this talent's not mine, man. I'm just doing it as greatly as possible. And that's pretty much it. The sound effects just really help us with our transitions to have extra sonic elements, to show the audience that this is what we're offering, and here's why you should buy it. And of course, a phenomenal collaboration between McLaren and Richard Mille. They've been partners for how long now? God knows. I think it's probably since the team started, maybe. I'm not sure. But as far as I'm concerned, that this is a phenomenal ad. Very well shot. The storytelling is there. We know what they're trying to do. But yeah. So basically, guys, that's really and truly, that's it. They've made my life very easy in terms of the things that they're trying to build. Science, maths, punk rock, power, data, anticipation. All these sonic elements, it really helps. Visually, I can see the story that they're trying to tell, and it really helped me a lot. It really helped me. And of course, McLaren Richard Mille, it's a very good collaboration. Of course, like they say, it's a race car on your wrist, and look how beautiful it looks. Yeah, I just wanted to capitalize on, the Lando Norris win. And of course, if you're a musician, you're a producer that uses Logic or any of those like Cubase or Ableton, I'm sure you are able to learn some new things as well. But yeah, man, if you don't follow me on any social media platforms, Simi Composer on everything. And of course, my new movie as well that comes out sometime next year. I'll announce that sooner to the time. But yeah, guys, it's been Simi Composer. Enjoy your day and learn something new. Take care. Bye.